Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie if you're new here. If you're returning, welcome back. I have been gone for a while. It's been a crazy summer. I've been super busy, but today is all about sketchbooks. I sort of went on a shopping spree. Sorry about the ring light. Let's do it this way. There we go. I went on a Royal Talens sketchbook shopping spree. My local Michaels brought these in as a seasonal product, and they have had them on sale, and 60% off for a really, really good sketchbook. You can't beat it. So these two I've started. I picked up these two on my run today. I picked up these, so yeah, I bought them at different times. Like I bought this one, this set, and then another square and this one. So now I have pretty much all the sizes of Royal Talens sketchbooks, and I'm going to show you how I've been using them. I've always been really inspired by sorry about that, that's my fan. It is pretty warm in here today. I have been inspired for years by this book by Dana Gregory. His Everyday Matters. It was just an interesting way of, keeping up with everything every day. Just, drawing anything and everything, something that happened in your daily life. And then I picked up this one. I've had this one. So I've had, these two for a while. I've had this one since not long after it came out. And I think it came out in like 2003. Okay, so I've had it for a good while. It's been out for 20 years. And then this one, I really like this one. And so the reason I'm sharing these, this one came out in 2006. The reason I'm sharing these is because these are what have inspired me to do this. This is what started it. And I sort of got out of doing it. And this book in 2020 got me going again. And it is Draw Your Day by Samantha Dion Baker. It is a great book. I will recommend this book to anyone who really wants to get in to keeping an illustrated journal. These are really good. They're a lot more detailed, and this one's really just his book. It doesn't tell you anything about how to keep them. Neither one of them really do. And so this one gives you the instructions on how to start your illustrated journal process. And I really, really like that. She also came out with this one, Draw Your World, which is a little more detailed. It's definitely more of a how-to book for, different art techniques. It does teach some perspective and, some really in-depth art stuff. So, but these are my, that's my the books that I really read when I need to be inspired. So I started these. At the beginning of August, end of July, we went on a trip all around Wyoming and into Montana, and we did Yellowstone and Grand Tetons and all that. So I was collecting these stickers, and I had gotten these stickers prior to buying these books, and I was like, there's blue ones and there's yellow ones at my local Michaels, and I just had to have the yellow ones because these just, these fit really well. So this is the first one I started. I've only done a few pages in it, as it's the landscape one. I was painting the pictures that I took on our trip. I took a kit with me with all intentions of sketching while I was there, but I was just really enjoying the moment and enjoying the time there, and so I took a lot of photographs. And when I came back, I decided I would start painting them. So this one, I started it on August 15th. This was one of the first scenes that we saw after crossing in from Colorado, because we flew into Denver. So crossing into Wyoming from Colorado, that's one of the first, that we knew we were in Colorado, or knew we were in Wyoming. Sorry about that. And then this is outside of Wheatland. This is actually at a rest area. They have beautiful rest areas in Wyoming, and so just this, and they have all these ways that you can walk and exercise instead of just stopping. And this was a beautiful field of wheat with the mountains in the background. This is Thermopolis, Wyoming, which is home to the first state park in Wyoming, which is Hot Springs State Park. And so on the other side of this mountain, they've used rocks to make hot springs. But you can just go down, and this is actually the hot springs down here. I used watercolor, Pitt artist pens, and color pencils, as well as Faber-Castell Neo colors on this. So that's all I've done. I'm just doing, you know, a spread here and there, going through my photographs, whichever one that really stands out to me that day, and painting it or drawing it. Some days I've just sketched it. The next day I've added some layers, you know. So these are all a couple of days each. So they're not just, you know, one and done. But yes, so my fun stickers that I collected along the way. The state tourism department gives these away at different locations throughout the state, and you can collect them as you go around the state. So it was really cool, and that's how I got the black to yellow and Cody. These actually I got in Cody, Wyoming. So yeah, this is the second one I've started, and this is more of like what the Draw Your World, Draw Your Day, and all those books are about. I started this one on August 25th, and then I didn't touch it for about a week, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to work on this every day, or at least try to work on it every day. I'm sketching in pencil, and then going over with a fountain pen that I purchased off of Amazon. I saw someone else review this one. It's called the Platinum Preppy fountain pen, and you can buy their carbon ink cartridges for this pen, and they are permanent, and it's made for this pen. So it's a pretty fine tip. It's an 03 tip, and I really like it. It's drawn very well. But as I said, I'm just doing pen and ink. I'll get into my little sketch pouch in a minute. So just, you know, the orchid on my desk, whatever I felt like, you know, drawing that day. I have a bowl of seashells that I've collected at Jekyll Island, so I drew those. I knit and crochet as well, so I have a Notion jar beside my reading chair in my bedroom, and so I was just drawing things out of my Notions jar. Here's part of my sketching kit. It has my little Caran d'Ache, an eraser, a water brush, my Tombow eraser, mechanical eraser, a mechanical pencil. Yeah, so I just drew part of my sketching kit. Then on Labor Day, me and my daughters went shopping, and so I drew my coffee from Barnes & Noble's. We were at American Eagle, and they had this keychain that was really bright and colorful, and it caught my eye, and had to draw it. I drew it while they were trying on clothes. It's a great, that's why I like this sketchbook. It's perfect size for it to draw anywhere. Trying to get my water, so I have my little clear cup that I had gotten at the lunch that day, and I kept drinking out of it the rest of the day. But yes, so that's that. Drew my keys. I also try to write about them. Like, I'm not really reading any of these, but you know, but they're how I journal along with what I'm drawing. My daughter introduced me to Japanese candy a few years ago, and anytime I find it, I always buy it. I love the haichu. Green apple and grape are my favorite. And then I take homeopathic medicines. I don't do a lot of pharmaceuticals, so that's what these are. Vitamins. Now I do have my Tylenol, but this is my little medicine kit that I keep in my purse, and it's actually real. These are full size, so I drew these, the full size of the bottles, the full size of the container. My phone, I drew this one last night, so I turned it this way, and I just measured my phone out and drew full size of my phone. I might go back in and add a few, like the apps that I use all the time. Yeah, some days I don't draw as much. Like these I drew on Saturday. I did this one on Sunday afternoon, this one on Sunday afternoon, and this one on Sunday afternoon. So I drew my watch. I keep up all the time. And that was, you know, as of 8:29 last night. And then today, while I was out and about, I drew this chicken salad chick at lunch. And I just need to do my journaling along with it. but I really like this style, this size, because it fits in my purse, or I actually have a backpack. So I carry that with this pen, and this is my sketching kit. Now, right now, if I'm just using this, I'm not using any color. So I have my watercolors. These are Prima watercolors, and I just mixed them up. Like, I have a bunch of different sets of these, and I just mixed some of my favorites. I'm about to pare this one down. I had actually done this for painting for my Wyoming trip, and I have another one, empty kit, that I'm going to do and just put more colors that I actually use all the time. But this one was made up specifically for landscapes, so it goes really well with my landscape journal here. I have an eraser, a water brush, another water brush. This one is a Pentel water brush. This one came with a mini watercolor set that I bought I don't know how long ago. I have my Pentel. I have a couple of Pentel ones. They're empty right now. I don't store them with water in them unless I'm leaving and going somewhere, just because I don't want them to leak out. My favorite pencils, I have a Prismacolor 6H and a Tombow Mono 4H. I love these two. These two are my favorites. Quick sketches, I like this. It's a ProMarks Graph Eco 0.7 pencil, and I basically just replace the eraser with whatever eraser I can find that fits and replace the lead, because I really like this. I like the way this one holds. Have a little ruler. Couple of my favorite zebra pens. I really don't know why I have two of them in here, but they are the 730 in 7mm. I think they're both 0.7 or 0.7mm on both of these, but I like them. Here's my little Tombow ultrafine eraser. I really like this one. It's really good for just having to erase a little bit. This one, just my journaling pen, so I just keep it in there. I really like these Right Tech 0.5. They're very super fine, and they are waterproof if you let them dry. Another waterproof Uniball Vision. It's a fine tip. I keep these. So I try to keep all waterproof pens in here. This is the only one that's not waterproof. These two do fairly well. They're not completely waterproof though. But yeah, these are mostly my journaling pens. I really don't need two of them. And then my Micron plastic nib. I like the plastic nib because I am really rough on microns and I normally break the pens. So that's why I use the pens that I do, because it's the only way I don't break the tip. So yeah, and all of this just fits fairly easily in here. And I do sometimes throw my Caran-d'Ache Neo colors in here. Oh, I do have my swatches. This is what the watercolors look like on there. These are my, this is what the colors are of the palette that I carry with me. And as you can see, they're mostly landscapes. They're not very bright colors. They're mostly, you know, I've got my blues and greens and everything ready for painting landscapes. But I also have, didn't mention this, I have a no copy blue Color Erase pencil. And that's just if I'm going to scan in some things, I use that sometimes to sketch with. And then I don't have to worry about erasing it really. And it blends in with watercolor. But that's, you know, this is the kit that I carry with me. It's in my backpack all the time. And it came with the backpack that I purchased. So I'll put a link in the description box below to the backpack that this came with. I bought it to travel. And so yeah, that's my little kit. It's not, you know, too big when I go out and about. It's pretty good. So yeah. So I hope you go try out a Royal Talens sketchbook. I absolutely love it because I've shown you watercolor and pen and ink, and they do great. They are 80 sheets in every one, no matter which size you get. They're all 80 sheets, 140 GM, 94-pound paper. So they hold up really well. Katie Moody is what got me wanting Royal Talens sketchbooks, and so yeah, that's why I do it. So thank you for watching. Everything that I have mentioned in the video will be linked in the description box below. And if you enjoyed this type of video, I hope you hit that like button and subscribe, and leave me a comment on what you use for sketching and what is your go-to sketchbook. I'd love to know. Thanks.